I might have to put some glasses on for this one. What's going on, everybody? I am Coach Linden, and this is my wife.
Ashley, hey y'all.
And this is a kind of offbeat Coach's Corner, just because if you don't know, yesterday was my birthday, so we ended up going out of town. My wife surprised me with a time out of town with a bunch of friends and people who I've been close with in the last couple of years to really just take a break. I want to say, well, we'll get into that. So, if you like this video, share this video, because Ashley's not on here often at all.
Oh no.
Right? So this is gonna be new for all of you. If you've been watching this for a long time, you've seen her. So we're just gonna get into the format, taking a break, and mental, physical, and spiritual. But before we start that, I wanted to ask, why did you choose this? Right? Like, why was this the trip thing that you chose?
I feel like
I'm gonna get some glasses.
we're constantly so busy with, home, work, business, that we needed a moment to recharge. And I feel like everyone has kind of been in a place these last few months, even the people that I invited, where they're just constantly doing. And yeah, there are seasons where you gotta grind, but
Put my bag in the car.
It's very important that we also take time to recharge. So the place that I picked had like all the amenities that we could just stay here. And it was right off the water. I love water. So I wanted to make sure that he had everything he needed in one spot.
Yeah, it was special. It was special for a couple of reasons. Again, if you know me, I've tried telling people stuff about myself, but I also realize I don't talk about myself as much as I did when I started this whole thing. So one of the things that, like, my family got into a lot of nonsense, right? So one of my things when I tried to change my life and not be involved in other stuff was like separation. So I don't have a lot of, I don't spend a lot of time with my family like I used to when I was doing all the stuff. So I've been spending this last decade building a space from the ground up, no funding, no business know-how on how to do this and make it great for other people. So this was who has helped me or has been around or we felt was special and would make it a great time, right? That's who you chose. So I was excited about taking a break, but let's get into the nitty gritty, just because I know we don't have a ton of time because of the time restrictions we're on and camera's gonna die. So let's talk mental, any reasoning for mentally taking a break. What's it mean to you? What's it look like? What do you think?
Mentally taking a break for me is any time where I'm like recharging my battery. It could be taking a long hot bath. It could be reading a book, but just like having that just sit down time, because I find myself not focusing. It could be breathing. It could be yoga. All those things.
Small breaks look like intentionality and consistency. Big breaks look like literal stillness for me. A lot of my life is full of moving. So this weekend there was a lot of sitting. I was doing a lot of stuff I don't normally do, which is good. And again, in moderation, people. Obviously, as I just said,
Yes.
Stuff I don't normally do. Which is why you don't see me chastise people for how they choose to celebrate normally. Let's go physical break. What's that look like for you?
A physical break?
Yeah, physical break.
Sleep on.
Sleep on?
Yes,
All
just
right.
like that.
All right.
Between growing another human and having a toddler at home.
It's like the sun is attacking me, son. Why'd it get worse?
You moved me over, so I was happy because I was like, woo, I'm be sweat bullets.
All right, there we go. Dang. The sun was killing me. I'm like, yo, it got brighter. I was like, okay, it's not that bad. Then it got brighter. Continue, I'm listening.
That's it. I mean, taking a nap.
Well, okay, so my big thing for taking a break is actually more like active rest. I noticed a while back that the conventional methods for resting don't actually work for most folk, right? Not moving, not doing anything. They usually make things worse. Now, I'm not saying you don't dial it back a lot. I'm saying, like, let's say on a regular, you're running at a 8 out of 10. Well, then you go down to like a 2 or a 3, nothing over a 5, right? You take it down quite a bit. And enjoying that time, like doing something you don't normally do or something that challenges you, as long as you're moving, you're living, right? So
Yeah.
I feel like that's a thing that I like to do. Just like this morning, this whole weekend, I took off, and then today I went to the gym because again, it's time to get back to normalcy. So I don't want to sit around and pretend like, oh, I wish every day was like this. Like I never understood that when people say that. I'm like, I don't live a life I need to take a vacation from. I live a life where I can enjoy what I do, and sometimes I need to take a break for self to do it better. But I'm not trying to build a life or in anything where that's the case. So
Yeah.
that's how I look at it. Spiritually, taking a break. What do you think? Oh, that was loud, wasn't it?
Was finding that time to check in with inner self, praying for me, listening to inspirational things that
Do you do that this weekend?
Yeah.
Did you pray
I
this
did that
weekend?
last night. Oh,
Okay,
I prayed every morning.
Okay.
I prayed every morning we got up because
I think we
felt
both
really,
did the
really
same
grateful.
thing. Yeah. We didn't even do it together. Like we were
Oh,
actually
we just prayed at the border.
yeah.
We had one time where we prayed together because it was
That's a whole
crazy out
story.
there.
But you know what's really good, and I think this is important for people to kind of see is like we do. I think a lot of people who live life think that their partner has to be everything, right? Like you got to spend time with that person. You can't be separated from that person. Ironically, I think that makes it worse,
I
right,
think
for
we
the average
achieve when
couple.
we're.
Huh?
I said I feel like we achieve a lot when we're like
Working in
together,
unison, but apart.
But yes,
That's my point.
very true.
Yeah, I don't like when I first started the business, I remember I was like, she's got to do everything I'm doing. This is how it's supposed to look. And then like one point I was just like, why do I keep waiting for you to do stuff that I know I'm supposed to do, right? Like that I should be able to do on my own and could be able to do on my own. And I started doing them. And like at first, like it's the journey of, discovering yourself, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of lonely, right? It hurts a little bit, because I wanted you to be here, right? Like I wanted you to be part of everything, and it had to look this way.
Yeah.
But I realized very quickly, like even the babies and everything else, that's hard. That's hard to do, and it's not fair. It's not fair for me to ask you to do something that you're not even passionate about, right? So like it was one of those things where I was just like, you know what? I had to realize, and I hope you saw the lesson. Like I had to dig more into those who were there for that, which meant like, I'm gonna make some new friends. I'm gonna establish some new relationships, right? And that time frame, I'm still going to be loving on you. Like just because I'm doing something new doesn't mean I love you less.
Yeah.
Which is, I think most people get confused about that. Like that's the fear. The fear is you're gonna be by yourself,
Yeah.
right? Or like that person is growing away from you. But I didn't look at it like that. I still don't look at it like that. I've seen you do the things with moms and other stuff, like being part of these things. And I'm like encouraging. I'm like, go more, get away from me. I don't want to go, right? Like, but at the same time, I try to show up and support and like do the other things and make sure I'm. So it's not like we're not working together. We're just not in the same space a lot of time, right? So I think that's key. Is how I would describe it to most people. It's like if you're trying to build a relationship, trust is a big, humongous part.
Yeah. I prayed for you to have the type of people that will help you to grow and build the way you needed to build. Like I knew I could be there, but like you said, like it wasn't my passion, so it was harder, but I still was your partner in the background. Like I wanted to be your cheerleader. I wanted to make sure home and all the little logistics that you asked me to like run into or run, I was there.
Yeah. Well,
and I think we're both leaders. So it's
well, most people in the space are leaders in some way, shape, or form. Like that actually is the interesting part. Most people aren't. They're not passerbys. You know what I'm saying? They lead their own communities. They do their own things. And well, submission was the thing in our relationship for a long time. It used to be a bad word to you.
Yeah. I hated that word at first.
God
worked on me on that one.
But it's funny, right? Because you didn't reach that by yourself. Like you had your own journey in that, and that's important. Like a lot of people say, oh, well, you got to do everything together. I'm like, that's not true. Ironically, that's not a great relationship. If I have to be under you to do anything, then I don't really know if that's a great relationship. I would say no.
Yeah.
Right? I haven't seen a relationship that works like that has been like together and stood the test of time. Because that's a real good testament on whether or not your relationship is a decent relationship.
Very true.
Good, great, just
Remember we
okay.
used to go to events and I used to like start a conversation with you with someone and then leave you there and go somewhere else.
How mad that used to make me.
It used to make me so mad.
Yeah,
I was
I
like,
want to do this. No, I don't. Why am I talking to this person? All right. But a lot of that is like trying to force the blessing and then not realizing that you're kind of blocking your person's blessing because something else could be happening, right? So I am glad that we have figured it out 20 years in, 3 kids deep. Just found out we were having a girl this weekend.
Yes.
So there's a lot of ups and downs in our relationship, but you are the partner that I'm grateful for.
Yep.
Right? Like, and the more people come along, if they stay, go, if they're here for a short time or here for the rest of my life, it is what it is. You know, like I feel myself not, the older I get, the less I want to hold people to like owing me. And the more I want to do for me, right? But also the more I want what I do for me to benefit others. All right. So that's our story, people. All right, we're going to get out of here because I don't want this to take too long because we don't know how battery's going to last. So thank you so much for joining us. Again, we just wanted to get this in before we left because we feel like everything we do has a purpose, just like this weekend. Yes. It wasn't a reset just for us. It was a reset for everybody.
Everybody.
Right? So, again, like this video, share this video, hit the notification and subscribe button so you know when these things come out because I promise you we put them out regularly. I try to put them out on the same days. We never know. Right? Just production stuff might take longer. But I can guarantee you that you will hear from us every single week. And this one right here is going to be special because I'm not even in the US of A.
Nope.
Taking this. So this is one, and again, you don't see Ashley often. So please encourage her to join us more. Encourage the movement and other things that we're doing by just simply looking at these videos, sharing these videos, and of course, telling us what you think in the comments. All right. If you wanted to link with the community that is Getting It Daily, reach out to www.gettingitdaily.com. You can find us also on social media, Facebook and Instagram under Getting It Daily. And again, we just appreciate you all for tuning in. I hope to see you soon. All right.
Bye, y'all.
Peace.